Yeah, without a doubt, he's taking advantage of his control right now because he knows that he knows the order in which these armors are going to come up, and ZeRo4 right now is completely baffled as to when the YA is going to come up, and he's just trying to protect a certain area of the map until he can gain enough armor to fight back at all, especially with a weapon disadvantage. But he's going to be able to pick up the rocket launcher now, and hopefully he can give rawfuh a better fight.
Most definitely. Obviously, after a spawn, the first things you do, you look for armor, but you also look for weapons which open up the options for you in certain areas of the map where you can actually successfully defend them.
Wow, big mistake there by ZeRo4. That was a big mistake.
And we see an equalization by rawfuh right now. It's an interesting game. 5 minutes and 20-something seconds to go, and we see a tight score. I don't think I have seen as tight a game on this map today.
Yeah, definitely not. I mean, it's been this map is that's why this map is so great. That I think once they can figure out the spawns a little bit more, it's so tactical, and you know it really depends on the certain scenarios that you can create for yourself.
Do you think it's able to come back as a mainstay map in a map cycle that could be used for the future of QuakeLive?
Yeah, I do, and the reason I think it can is because, like I said, it helps promote sort of the different play styles, the different map styles, and it's right now they have a really good blend in QuakeLive.
Yeah, one thing that should be considered here, most people would be afraid or concerned playing ZeRo4. These guys have been practicing a lot, especially during the boot camp before ESWC Masters. So this element from rawfuh's been having some, I would say, rookie problems with his mental game at ESWC, where he had trouble against players he would normally beat, but the magnitude of the event kind of was a little bit too large for him. But against players that he knows really well, like Chance, like ZeRo4, this issue is completely irrelevant, I would say, and he's actually playing up to his potential, which we see right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of him being in his comfort zone, and you know, against ZeRo4, his good friend, he's definitely comfortable. And ZeRo4 just took out rawfuh, had a fight for the upper YA right there, to take the 9-day lead.
And 3 minutes and 44 seconds to go. We are going into the most important time of the match, and rawfuh is trying to make ZeRo4 pick a direction and go in the other one. So far he hasn't been completely successful with that, as ZeRo4 is predicting his position very, very well, but still rawfuh keeps the positional advantage, but that's not going to help him much, as he barely survives this. Is he going to run away from this? No, he does not run away. He gets killed. I think it's a machine gun, and ZeRo4 gets a 2-frag lead in this match. And with 3 minutes to go on this map, we could venture to say that rawfuh is in a little bit of trouble. Make it 3 frags right now, 11-8. What can rawfuh do to get back?
At this point, you know, he's going to have to get the rocket launcher, and John knows that. So you're going to see John kind of play an armor game where he's going to definitely try to control that YA at the rocket launcher. And rawfuh's sort of stuck because if he dies, he's going to spawn out in the open. So it's going to be very difficult for rawfuh to make any type of move.
But let's take a look. Let's take a look at what's going on right here. rawfuh does have the rocket launcher. He has to wait for an armor or go and find one. Now he's waiting in the zigzag room, but he gets hit with the rail. Everything he's done in the last 45 seconds got nullified with like one rail shot and another frag for ZeRo4, and we might probably call it a game right now.
Yeah, this is exactly what I'm talking about. He just killed him, and he spawned out in the open, and that was the thing that was working against rawfuh. Right now you're just going to see some insurance frags.
Yeah, and we have 2 minutes to go in this game. We know who the winner will be. Do we know which map is going to be the next one to be played?
27 will be played as the second map, so we do get to see the new map being played. Yeah, I think that'll be a really good game. Yeah, he really does, and he's been playing almost every day on that map, or that map the most out of all the maps on QuakeLive during practice. So it's going to be really fun to watch.
Yeah, it will too, because that map sort of caters to rawfuh's style more so than this map does. On this map, it's sort of cut and dry. I mean, you have to run the armors. You sort of have to go to certain spots. It's just the way the map is. It flows. But with Tourney 7, you can get tricky. You can get creative. You can trap people. You can make them do stuff and manipulate that. And that's more rawfuh's game than this map.
Yeah, and as much as people might make fun of rawfuh for his saying that he's a couple of steps ahead of the opponent, that is actually one of his advantages, where he predicts what the opponent can do to him and positions himself in such a way that he takes away a lot of the options that would, for the opponent, that would put rawfuh in danger. And in a map where you don't really have to stick to a special route, like on this map, it's actually allowing rawfuh more freedom, and it allows him to spread his wings a little bit, although ZeRo4 has said that he really enjoys the map as well, so it really will be interesting to watch.
I gotta say, I'm surprised rawfuh. Was this rawfuh's pick? I believe it was.
Yeah, this was rawfuh's pick.
And I'm really surprised at that, and I think the reason that he did that was because he not only I don't think he's that confident he can beat John, but B, he noticed the close games that he had with me and with Chance. So I think he was hoping he could mirror that. I think, and I think you're going to see more of a game in the second map. It was ZeRo4's pick than you are with his
This was
pick.
pretty close. It was tied at 8 with only like 4 minutes to go, and ZeRo4 got that one.
Basically, ZeRo4 got the ball grab. He grabbed him by the balls, did not allow him to do anything. Basically, at that point, the game was decided. But had rawfuh won a crucial encounter at that time, maybe it would have gone his way.
Not to take anything away from rawfuh, but if you put it into perspective, he really only had control for 2 to 3 minutes on the map. I mean, most of his frags came on a run, and John, for the most part, outplayed him the entire game. At least 11 minutes of the game, John was in control. And I mean, I'm not going to take anything away from rawfuh because he did what he had to do to even the score. But at the same time, he's going to need to figure out a way in the future to sort of counter that balance.
Fun exchange, and we're going to start right now following ZeRo4. Is this a good spawn for him?
It is, because at the start of the game you want to control that lightning gun, and what you're going to see is John get stacked up here with Y and Shards, and what's going to happen is rawfuh's going to try to rail him, and John's going to try to protect the LG, and I think it's sort of the spawn that you want on this map.
All right. Well, in this case, we might expect ZeRo4 to have a little bit of an advantage here, but to go for the armors, he has to let go of the advantage, the vertical advantage, and rawfuh's making really good use of it so far.
Yeah, rawfuh's hitting the shots that he has to hit. He just needs to keep chipping away, and like right there, he just gave ZeRo4 a lot of damage and actually takes him out.
And rawfuh, the underdog, I would say. I would still call him the underdog in this game, is in the lead. Let's follow him maybe. He picks up the yellow armor. He's pretty well stacked right now. He picks up the red armor as well, although he was fully stacked in terms of armor. With an armor that sits down below on the map, you don't want to risk anything. You don't want to delay it. You don't want to do anything because you want to pick it up and you want to get out of there as soon as possible. Still 1-0 in the lead. This might be another frag. No, it isn't. ZeRo4 manages to run away, but he falls down and he kills himself, blasts himself in the face with the rocket launcher. And this is now a 2-frag cushion between these two players, 1 to -1 in favor of Shane Hendrickson.